guys. How are you?
Hello.
Hi. First off, congratulations. I'm so impressed by both of you and by the entire cast this season. My name's Caroline with Celeb Secrets. My question tonight, I just want kind of a brief answer from both of you about staying inspired during this process. I know that that's something that is a test for all contestants on all seasons of The Voice, but particularly during a pandemic. What's that process like, and just, staying in the zone and also going about inspiring people?
Staying inspired around here is pretty easy. It's really like we are surrounded by just amazing, talented, creative, inspiring people. So that we don't have enough time off to kind of lose that focus, and watching all the other artists dive into their craft kind of just keeps you going.
Yeah, I mean, we're all in this thing together. Everyone here is we're all living in this bubble in order to make this thing happen, and I think that creates this atmosphere of creativity, of passion, of staying in the moment. Because we've all sacrificed to be here. We've all been away from our families. We've all the things, and so I think it probably, if we weren't here for such a long time, if we didn't have such a tight bond with each other as well, maybe it would be easier to lose a little bit of that passion. But I haven't experienced that at all because of exactly what Ian said. I mean, we're surrounded by really incredible talent. Everybody here is. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. There's no way to explain this type of gathering of talent and just lovely humans too. Every single person here is somebody that I absolutely adore, and that keeps you really focused on why we're here.
Tonight was amazing.
Thank you.
I would love for you to talk me through those moments before tonight's performance, being so close to the final. How do you keep your nerves down?
It's just through sheer willpower that you hold your nerves in place at that point. I was probably a little more nervous for this performance than last week, just for the fact of that I was doing Blake Shelton's song, and I really wanted that the reason and the mindset behind that to come through and be clear, and it be, everything come out that it looked the way that it needed to on camera, and moving around is, in my mind, I'm a type of guy, like I sing on stage a lot, and in my mind I am having the greatest time, and it feels like it shows on my face, and I feel like I'm smiling, and I'll watch video back of it later, and I'm like, I'm not smiling at all. What's the
Yeah.
So, that's hard. That's a hard one for me to remember, to be like really show the expression on my face, because I tend to be, men tend to be kind of stoic about things and hide our emotions, and so to let that shine through was something I had to kind of be aware of on stage. Yeah.
Whether you make it to the finals or not, what are your guys' plans? Because both of you are already such artists. Like, again, from the moment that you auditioned, like, you could tell what your record would sound like. So are you thinking at all about that, or are you just like so focused on the next couple weeks?
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about that. There's a lot I want to do after the show, and the first thing I want to do is release music and start writing more. And I also have a lot of other passions. I want to act, and so I want to be in films and on stage. And I also am very interested in like production, all that. So I would love to like direct and have like a production company. Like, I have so many things that I want to do, but in relation to music, the first thing that I want to do is release my own music and make an album. So, and when COVID allows, go on tour.
Yeah, so like Cami, I think that I'm just an overall creative as well. And when this is over, of course, release more content, definitely some live virtual stuff. I really would love to get into some fashion stuff, some plus size modeling, Fenty Beauty. I love her, Savage Fenty. I would love to get into acting as well, movies, stage play, Broadway. I would sing background for Kelly Clarkson, even though she won't sing for me. I would love to sing background for her. and John and Gwen, all of them. I just want to sing. I just want to leave here and just, make the world a better place with the gifts that I have to offer.
Our outlet is called Celeb Secrets, and you two are so fun. I want to know if I can ask you a celeb secret, just something that fans that are watching the show might not know about you.
I'm pretty much an open book. I went to school for vocal pedagogy, which is vocal performance. So I am classically trained. You will not be hearing me sing an opera song in this show, but I can sing in 4 different languages, not speak, but I can sing and pronounce. So, I think I kind of said I went to school for music, but not necessarily classical music. So.
I guess I feel like I've talked about this, but I went to college for a little bit for digital media, so filmmaking. And I used to make, when I was a kid, I was literally obsessed with just making YouTube videos and editing and stuff. So that might be something you don't know, that I'm very interested in filmmaking.
Tamara, my question for you is, what is your pre-performance routine? Because you have so much confidence that I'm sure all of our viewers would love to know how they could, find that confidence within themselves and channel it in their day-to-day lives.
Thank you. I'm glad it reads as confidence. I think the main thing that I do is remind myself of why I'm doing what I'm doing. I literally speak it to myself and I say, I put back into the world, and I always say, love and light go before me. Love and light go before me. And so that when I walk on the stage, love and light are already, in the room and in the atmosphere. And prayer. I know that's probably cliche, but I really do. I pray every time. I think we're all believers, and probably everybody does the same thing, but prayer, for real, really just helps me stay centered and remember why I'm doing what I'm doing.
You are just your voice, your first blind audition, I was absolutely blown away. I rewatched it today and there were tears in my eyes. But anyway, what has been the best and the worst thing about being on The Voice during a global pandemic?
I would say that there's not anything that would be the worst thing about being here. I would choose to focus on the best thing. And the best thing is being able to talk to people like you, Caroline, who are in the audience, who are listening, who are experiencing this, who are taking time out of their schedules, even though we're in a pandemic, to listen to me. Because you don't have to. There are so many other things that the American public could be doing rather than watching The Voice. But for some small reason or some big reason, they happen to tune in every Monday and Tuesday. And for 5 or 10 minutes of that 2-hour slot, they get to see me. And I get to share myself with them. Not just a little bit of myself, but I get to share my entire being with you and the audience. And so I would say that's the best thing, because in essence, what I'm doing is I hope that I'm showing people what it looks like to authentically stand in your power, to be who you are without apology, and to continue to push yourself to be greater. No matter where you are in your career, there's always something else that can be done. There's always something more that you can learn. And even more importantly than that, Caroline, my biggest wish, or as one of my dearest friends would say, my most fervent wish is that people will see that kindness can be the leader. In everything that I do, I try my best to be one of the kindest people that you meet, because I want to be the change that I seek in the world. So if anything, I hope that's what people can see.
I also have a question for you, Balley. I know last week was just it was a lot for you, a lot of emotions, a lot of up and downs. Going into tomorrow, and then if you make the finals next week, what do you do to stay calm and to stay zen amongst all of the chaos?
I would love to say that I have a routine, but honestly, it kind of goes back to what Tam says. Honestly, I just have to pray. And I had a vocal coach at the beginning of the season tell me that she has this routine. Every time that she goes up to perform, she says, thank you, God, that they see thee through me. And ever since she said that, I've been repeating it every time before I go on stage. And all you can do is breathe and pray. and I wish I could say that I'm the most calm person walking up on stage. Y'all should have seen me before. Before I walked out on stage, I was shaking. But whenever I pick up the microphone, it just kind of all flutters away, and all you can do is sing your little heart out, and be true to yourself in your song, and try to connect with everybody, the audience and the coaches. So, yeah.